What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing a reading for all my Scorpio sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of October 23rd and November 21st, then you are a Scorpio sun sign, and this video is for you. Today we're going to be taking a look ahead at the month of September for all Scorpio sun signs, and we're going to be doing something a little bit differently today. In the past, I had a specific spread that I used for these month ahead readings. I switched it up a little bit, I simplified it a little bit, so hopefully now we get a clear, more concise view of the month ahead. One thing I would like from you is some feedback. Do you prefer the old way of doing the month ahead readings, or do you like this more simplified version? So put those comments in the comments section, let me know, and I might make a decision based on that in the future. So thank you for all of your comments. Alright, let's get into it. Today we're going to be using the Tarot Mucha. This is a very colorful deck, Renaissance type art, and one thing I do want to say before we get too far into this is that this is a general reading for a large group of people. Not everything is going to resonate with everyone. I encourage you to take what works for you and leave the rest. If you would like a personal reading from me where I tap into your personal energies, then you can head on over to my website. It's lightofriga.com. The link is in the description box below, and that's going to be the place to book a personal reading with me. So without further ado, let's get into this reading, see what these cards have to tell us. The first card we're going to look at, Scorpio friends, is this one, and it represents what energies you're moving away from in the coming month. And we've got us the King of Cups. The feeling I'm getting from this is that generally speaking, again, not going to apply to everyone, but it seems like the last month, or the last couple months perhaps, in a lot of Scorpios, has been an emotional one. One that's not necessarily challenging, but I do feel as though a lot of you may be getting more in touch with your emotions, and you're really feeling out how you feel about things, right? Yeah, and you say, oh, that goes without saying, I always do that, but no, not really. Most people are wandering around this planet using their ego mind, and almost solely their ego mind. And yes, while we are emotional beings, you know, really understanding your emotions and embracing them and learning from them, that is something that not many people do. But I feel as though that's something that a lot of us Scorpios are moving away from at this time. We'll see what we're headed towards, but I feel as though that emotional state of being in touch with your emotions, trying to understand your emotions, is kind of fading, and we're headed towards a new energy in September. For some, this could have been a very creative time. This could have been a time where you were doing a lot of art, or, you know, however you be creative. You know, we're all creative in different ways. I don't want to tell you how you were creative, but I feel as though maybe creativity was a part of this. I think it usually is whenever you really get into contact with your heart center. I think creativity is a byproduct of that. But yeah, let's see where we're headed. We'll have a better idea if we know where we're headed. This card here represents what energies you're headed towards, Scorpio friends, in the coming month. We've got the Two of Swords. So it seems we're moving away from the heart and into the head. And again, this is not necessarily a negative thing. It's just, it is what it is. But the feeling I'm getting from this is that a lot of us Scorpio friends perhaps are on the precipice of making a decision, are needing to come to some sort of conclusion so that we can know which way we're headed. It seems like September is going to be a month for you to figure things out from a logical perspective. You know, I think you figure things out from an emotional perspective in the last month or so. I think September is going to be time to figure things out logically, and I think a lot of us may be at a crossroads, and this could be something small like, you know, do I don't know, do I buy this car or that car, right? Or it could be something very important, like, do I go live in this state or that state? Do I take this job in this career or that job in that career? So I think September is going to see some decision making, and I get the feeling that maybe a lot of us will take some time to make that decision. It's not a decision that we need to make lightly. It's not a decision we're eager to make, is the feeling that I'm getting from this card. But a decision needs to be made nonetheless. We may not know what it is at this point, so I think as September unfolds, you might be more clear on what kind of decision, what the nature of this decision is. I don't know why I can't say decision so well. I'm having trouble speaking that word, but that was weird. Anyway, so yeah, that looks like what's happening in September for a lot of us Scorpios, and I wish I could be more clearer about exactly what the nature of your decision is, but this isn't a personal reading. This is a general reading for a 12th of the population, so it's going to be different for everyone. All right, so let's move on over to this card, which represents what to hold on to, what to embrace this September for my Scorpio friends. And we got another, oh no, that's a queen. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Oh. This card is suggesting that it's going to be very important this month to stay grounded, to stay present in the now, in the moment, to be healthy, to really take care of things on a physical level. The more grounded we are, the better we can make decisions. That's just how it works, right? If you're making decisions only from the ego, you're gonna miss out on a whole bunch of information. If you're making decisions only based on emotions, you're gonna miss out on a whole bunch of decisions. You need to be well grounded, and that means you're dabbling in your intuition, into your ego, in your intellect, into your emotions, and your heart space, and you're using all of these things to navigate this world. That's what being grounded is to me. And if you're ungrounded, you might be too far into one of those realms, and you're going to be doing yourself a disservice because you're not using all of your capabilities to navigate this planet. So I think this month is going to be very important for you to stay grounded. To me, this means going out in nature. It means eating healthy foods that come out of the earth. It means doing a meditation each and every day. For me, it takes about 20 to 30 seconds for me to energetically ground myself to the earth. You can do any number of, you can look on YouTube even, and any number of guided meditations will help you to get grounded. This means walking barefoot on the earth, on the soil, and allowing the earth to ground you in that way. There's so many different ways. Working with crystals. Here's a smoky quartz, and here's a black tourmaline, two of the best grounding crystals there are. And meditating with these, or just simply keeping them on you, or numite. I get crystals everywhere. There's numites, all sorts of different possibilities for crystal helpers. So get grounded this month. Focus on that, and it'll bring positive health. It'll bring mental, emotional, and physical stability. It'll just bring so many different great things into your life. It'll help you make whatever decision that you're going to be needing to make in September. All right, let's move on to this last card, which represents what to let go of. What to let go of in the coming month, in the month of September. And we got the Devil card. It's going to be so easy for me to say this, but for you to do it might be a little bit more difficult. But I think you need to release your negative attachments. Yeah, like I said, easy for me to say. Let's start off easily. What you believe is harmless addiction? What is just one in your life that you might do on a daily basis or a weekly basis? One little addiction that you think is not so harmful? I think you need to start with getting rid of that, okay? And replacing it with something that is productive. Don't just get rid of it. You have to replace it with something positive. Maybe you like to eat a chocolate once a day. Stop eating the chocolate, okay, and replace it with a fruit. Get your sugar that way. And that's just one example, but it may seem so insignificant, but that's you taking an active desire, taking an active approach to healing yourself. That speaks volumes about where you are and what your goals are. And while that may be a small change that you're making now, I think in the future it can lead to bigger and bigger changes. As you get used to improving yourself and finding your flaws and being honest with yourself about your flaws, and then taking a proactive approach to fixing them, I think you are in the 1% of human beings. And I think 99% of the people on this planet aren't interested in doing that. But if you are interested in doing that, that speaks volumes for where you're headed, what direction you're going into, and making that small little adjustment isn't such a small thing. It's a big thing. is a very big thing. So I think this month is going to be an opportunity for you to remove some of those negative attachments. Maybe start small, like I suggested, and move up one at a time, and be sure that you're replacing them with something positive. If you replace them with nothing, if you just like take out eating chocolate every day, then you're going to replace it with something negative that's kind of similar. You say, oh, I'll just drink a beer every day. I'll just smoke a cigarette every day. So replace it with something good. Okay, so now that I've seen all these cards, Scorpio friends, it seems like we're moving away from the heart and towards the head, towards the ego. And the ego seems like in September is going to be kind of struggling with making a decision. In order to make this decision in the best possible way, you need to stay as grounded as possible, as connected to Earth as humanly possible, as connected to this 3D reality as you can get. And, like I said, you work with crystals, eat healthy foods, do meditations. All these things are going to help you stay grounded and help you to not be so much in your head or your heart or your intuition, okay? And let go of this month is going to be a chance for you to let go of any addictions or any negative attachments that you may have. And I suggest starting small. You don't have to. You can work your way up to the bigger ones, okay? But if you can't do the small ones, you're not going to be able to do the bigger ones. So start with the small ones and get rid of a little addiction that you have this month. A little bit of or attachment to a low vibrational thing. Try to get rid of it, replace it with something positive, and see how the results. Oh, you won't see the results immediately, but you're going to build confidence to improve yourself in greater and greater ways. Okay? So that is the reading, my Scorpio friends. I hope you guys got something out of that. Remember, this is a general reading. Not everything applies. If you want that specific reading where I tap into your energies, head over to my website, lightofraiga.com. Link is in the description. Also, be sure to do all that YouTube stuff, the liking, the sharing, the subscribing, the commenting. I really appreciate all of that. It helps get these videos spread around YouTube, and the more people who see it, the more healing we can bring. So that is it for the reading, my Scorpio friends. I hope you guys got something out of that. Remember to make some positive changes in your life, stay grounded, and remove some addictions, and any decisions you need to make will be a lot clearer for you this month. So I want to wish you love and light, Scorpio friends. I want to thank you for watching. Have a great month. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.